economicstoday@gmail.com or tweet us with the hashtag #EconToday. Now to introduce the two economists that will be joining me today. The first is a returning guest who you all know and love, Mr. Thomas Shute.
Hi Callum, it feels nice to be back. At last I've been waiting for the chance to return.
Oh, don't worry, Tom, I have no fear. You won't be disappointed by what we've got to talk about today. But before we get to that, I'd like to introduce our newcomer, Oliver King. Welcome to the show, Oliver.
Thanks for having me, Callum. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, and with the introductions out of the way, we can move on to today's topic of agriculture. Remember, guys, we don't have long to talk about the topic today due to time restrictions set by our producer, Carol. So let's get on with the questions, shall we? This was sent in via Twitter. It's from @HentaiWarlord. Why should we care about the agriculture market? There are more important markets.
Well, at Hentai Warlord, the very short answer is there's a necessity, so there'll always be demand for agricultural products as humans need to eat.
Well, look, I genuinely have nothing to add to that without going well over the show's time.
Okay, great. Tom, would you like to read the next question?
I'd love to. So this next question comes via email from mikhailhotti@icloud.com. It reads, with all the uncertainty in recent economic times, what kind of trends are there in the current agricultural market? Wow, what a question.
Well, Mikhail Hotti, the agriculture industry is currently growing at nearly 1.5% each year. If you're looking for specific food prices in particular, are increasing hugely at the moment.
I actually find it quite hard to believe that they are currently making up nearly 85% of overall inflation. It's a truly astonishing figure.
Well, there's always fun food, guys.
I think you're all right on that one. I'll stick with M&S if it's all the same to you, Tom.
Settle down, economists. How about we move on to another question? Yet more Twitter questions. What kind of factors can affect the demand and supply of agricultural products? That comes to us by @FrankiePilling. So tell us, guys, what can affect the demand and supply?
On the demand side, it's factors such as high income growth, change of people's consumption preferences with urbanisation, and subsidised biofuel production are contributing to this increase in prices. All of these can affect the demand in different ways.
On the supply side, however, factors including too slow growing productivity, low stocks, weather-induced supply shocks and climate change can be cause for shift in supply. These forces will add up to global agriculture imbalances and have ended up leading to drastic agricultural price increases.
Thanks, guys. Another question here. This one is again from Twitter and comes from @LewisTipping. He asks, elasticity in agriculture. Just how price elastic are agricultural goods? #elasticity. Tom, you haven't answered yet. That should have been cut. Want to give it a go?
I can certainly try. To start with, agricultural products are price inelastic due to the fact that they are a necessity. However, in perfect competition, when there's lots of producers in the market, which there are in this case, each individual producer can end up facing a perfectly elastic demand curve, since there are many other sellers producing and selling the same thing.
Well, this surely would lead to far less market failure in the agriculture market, as there is so much demand for the products.
Actually, I'm going to have to step in to correct you there, Callum.
By all means, Oliver.
You see, there are many types of market failure in agriculture. Volatile prices can be a large problem. Low incomes for farmers, environmental costs of intensive farming can be extremely harmful. Often, all farmers don't share all the same benefits as the economy grows. So, with the economy growing, farmers don't often receive a similar increase in income. Therefore, many counties deem it necessary to subsidise farmers. Agriculture is actually, at this moment in time, the most heavily subsidised industry.
On the topic of subsidies, if I could just interject with some stats. As hard as it may be to believe, currently the average household in Europe pays £400 a year to subsidise farmers. But on the other hand, the EU have agreed a package of reforms for agricultural subsidies. These reforms will see big farms lose up to 30% of their payout. This is an attempt to equally distribute wealth and help smaller businesses grow.
Wow, guys, you answered Mr. Tipping's question there, and then some. So much so that our extremely short time slot is up. Thank you both so much for joining me on Economics today, and I hope to see you both very soon for some more economic chat. A big thank you to all those at home who sent in the questions, and a final thank you to our studio audience, Class 12A EC1. Thank you and see you next week.